as you can see. Okay, that's a patient. It means the first lesson. Gotuna Peshian, Proverbs, Nabigunt Namusagunda. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna read the dialogue first between couple students, or me and my TA, we will read it, and then we can, and then after that, after the dialogue, so for most of the times we're gonna have a dialogue talk, and the dialogue in the second half, half, we're gonna start to using like in conversation and introducing people and talking to each other. So, and then as you can see, we put an English translation here, and then we breaking it down grammatically and everything. So, okay. Okay. Felipe, do you wanna be Lesgin and I'll be Zeno? Zeno is a female name and Lesgin is a male name.
Okay.
Türkiye.
Az Lezginam, Türkiye.
Az Zeynome.
Ew kiye, navê wî çi ye?
Ew mamostayê min e. Navê wî Zana ye.
Ev kiye?
Ev hevala wî ye. Navê wê Dîlan e. Ev çi ye?
Ev kitêba min e.
Tu xwendekarî?
Erê, ez xwendekarim.
Dersdarê te kî ye?
Destdara min Leyla ye. Tu jî xwendekarî?
Nexêr, ez dersdarim. Ez mamosta me. Bengîn kî ye?
Bengîn hevalê min e. Tu dersdara min î?
Nexêr, ez dersdara Bengînim. Ez mamostayê wî me. So, so some of them you might be familiar with. Tu is, if you know any Romance languages, tu is basically the same te, tu, ti. So in Italian, Spanish, all of them is going to be similar. It means you. Ki is a similar one too, same as Italian or Spanish. Quien is the same thing. It's like you would see a lot of similarity with Romance languages if you have any familiarity with Romance languages. To ki, basically how we say you. Ki is who, ye is am is are, verb to be, conjugated verb to be, like you who are, basically how we saying is going to be like that. You who are, like who are you? As lesginem, I lesgin am, like I am lesbian. So the way we're going to put it, just like the way we put it in an order, we say as lesginem. As I, lesgin is the name, is am. I lesgin am, I am lesgin. Türkiye, who are you? As Zeynome, I am Zeyno. Eukiye, who is that? Or who is she, he, it? So El in the future, like in the with slow, we're gonna see it. What does El mean? So if you don't know now, you don't have to worry about it. We're gonna slowly learn. So Nave we Chia, what's his name? So Nave we, like name of him, name of his, basically. The way we're gonna put in the sentence, we don't say his name, we say Nave we, name of his. Like a over here, we're gonna see this is Azafa, and Azafa is gonna give like similar meaning of, like you say name of, or computer of me, like mine. So basically when we put it, the Azafa is combining two two different words. Che is what, and Chia Navi Chia, what's his name? Basically the name of him, what it is. Ew mamostay mine. He, she, it is my teacher. Navi wi Zanaya, and his name is Zana. Zana is a very famous, like well-known name, and Zana means a wise person. Some of the Kurdish names and everything is gonna have the meaning like Zana, wise. F Kia, who is that? Who is this? F versus L. L is that, and F is this. F havalewiya. This is his friend. Navewe Dilane. Her name is Dilan. Ev chia, what is this? Ev kiteba mina. So kiteb, we have another word for kiteb. We can use pertuk. Both of them are the same. Ev kiteba mina or ev pertuka mina. We can use both. In a future classes, you will see we're gonna use pertuk as well. To khwandakari, khwandakar is a compound word. It means a student. So we have, don't confuse with khwandavan. Khwandavan is the person who loves to read, and khwandakar, basically kar at the end, it shows like your job, profession, and kar is mean work as well. So khwanda is mean like to read. Khwandan is mean to read, like the person. What is the student main job is to read. So basically, khwandakar is mean the person who his job to read. Dashtar tekiya. Dashtar and mamosta are the same word. Mamosta is compound word and dashtar is compound word too. Dash is mean class. As you can see, we say dash is mean class. Dar is to give. Dashtar is the person who is giving the lesson, basically is teacher. Dashtar tekiya. Who is your teacher? Dashtara min Leilaya. As you can see, A and A. We're gonna come this, and Kurdish has feminine and masculine. That's why we have Dashtarita, Dashtara min, A and A. So that's showing the gender. And in the future classes, we're gonna learn which one is female and which one is male. Even in this class now we are touching on and we're learning. Leila is, and my teacher, Dashtara min Leila, my teacher's name is Leila. Tuji khwandakari, are you also a student? Nakhir. You could say nakhir, or easily you could say na. Is both of them, it mean no. You could say, like as I say, na, it should be fine too. Na or nakhir. As dashtaram, nakhir. No, as dashtaram, I am a teacher. As mamostama, I am a teacher. Like as dashtaram, as mamostama, basically is repeating herself. So, Bengin, Kia, who is Bengin? Bengin, Havale Mina. Bengin is my friend. Haval is mean friend or comrade. To Dashtara Mini, are you my teacher? Nekhir, as Dashtara Bengin. As Mamostaya Wima, I am his teacher. Any question in this part that you didn't understand? Any words or anything else you didn't understand? If not, we'll move on to the second part. Okay. Do you want to do it again, Felipe?
Yes.
Okay, you can be Dara and I'll be Shireen.
Afchia.
Ev desteteya.
Le afchia.
Evji tilya desteteya.
Avkia.
Ew havala mina. Nabewe Aishana.
Aishan kia.
Aishan mamostaya mina.
Avchia.
Ew kiteba havale mina. Nabewe Bengina.
Le afchia.
Ew gayewiya.
Afchia.
Ev krasa.
Krasete. Kraseteya.
Eri krasa mina.
Av anyamina.
Nakhir, ew tilyataya. Ev anyataya. Thank you. Ev chia, what is this? Ev, we say this. Che is what, and ya is, well, as we say, M is R. What is this? Ev destetaya. Des is mean hand. Desteta is your hand. This is your hand, basically. Ev destetaya. This is your hand. Le evchia. Le is mean yet, but what is this? Some people would say le bale, le bale, la. So all of them are the same. Le is mean, but yet. Le evchia. But what is this? Fg tilya desetaya. And this, like G is mean, basically means also to, but in this case is mean and. Fg tilya desetaya. And this the hand, the finger of your hand. Teli is a finger. Telia dest is the finger of the hand. Telia desteteya, the finger of your hands. Eukiye, who is that? Eu, that. Havala mene, my friend. And from the A, we like from the havala men, we know that we're talking about a female, as we say in the, as we go, you're gonna learn why we're using havala men instead of havale men. Navewe Aishana. As you can see, that's apostrophe in Kurdish song. We have some sounds that we do not have letter for it, like correspond letter for it. So that's why we're using this. That's like an Arabic has that same word, ah. So the name is, we don't say Aishan, we say Aishan. So that's why we have this apostrophe. It might be a little bit difficult for somebody, but still, if you say Aishan, people would get it. But originally, we call that name is Aishan. Aishan kiye, who is Aishan? Aishan, mamostaya mana. Aishan is my teacher. Euchiye, what is that? Eu, that, keteba havale mana, is my friend's book. Basically, the book of my friend. The book of my friend. Instead of saying like my friend's book, we say the book of my friend. Naviwi Bangina. His name is Bangin. The name of him basically is Bangin. That's how we say it. The name of him, Bangin. Le Evchia. But what is this? Oh, that. Oh, Gaiwia. That his ox ball. Ga is mean ox ball. Actually is a cognate with the cow. Ga is cognate with the cow. Evchia, what is this? Ev krasa. Kras, it means some people would use as a shirt, dress, t-shirt, underwear. A lot of people in different region, kras is gonna be used in different, like some region they would use as a t-shirt, some region as a shirt, some region as a underwear. So it depends of what region you go, it's gonna be a little bit different, but still it's gonna be some sort of clothes that you're wearing. Krase, F krase, this is a dress basically, let's put it that way. Krase teye, is it your dress or shirt, t-shirt? So in this one, when you say kraseteya, so if you raise your voice at the end of the sentence, you're gonna make a question. Kraseteya is basic answer, but kraseteya, like at the end when you pitch your voice, is gonna be a question. Like over here we say, I'm going, like you're going. Like when you pitch your sound, it's gonna be like making a question, the same thing. Ere is mean yes. Some people that say are, so it's the same, and you will see a lot of people they say bale. So bale is very common too, bale and ere. Karase mana, yes, is my clothes. Ab anya mana. Ab anya mana, is this my forehead? Ani is forehead. Ab anyamana, is this my forehead? Nakher, no. Au tilyataya, that is your finger. Tili, we say is finger. Ab anyataya, this is your forehead. Okay. Any questions so far in this? Okay. So we're gonna go, and this is Farhan Gok, vocabulary you can learn, and then we're gonna come here. So grammar, as I am, not the word, subject, predicate, nominative, and verb. As lesginum, I lesgin, basically, I lesgin am. As benginum, I bengin am. As dilanum, I dilan am. Like I am Dilan, basically when I wanted to say in English that you would understand how we put the words order. So, and if the vowels, if the name ends in a vowel instead of we say me. So you will see every time when it's finished with the vowels and consonants, the corresponding, like the next one is gonna go accordingly. So, you know, like I think in French, they say liaison, like to make that link to say it easily, clearly, because if let's say we say simko it doesn't come very very fluid, like it doesn't sounds very smooth, I would say. Simko it doesn't come out good, so that's why we say as simkoma. Same thing as lesgin ma, it doesn't come good, so that's why we say as lesgina. So that's why. So any question in this part? Versus me. Any? Okay. As zana me, as kime, as khaje me, as leila me, as lesginem, as simkoma. Basically, I who am, as we say, as I, ki is who, me is am. Basically, I who am. Who am I? Remember, as lesginem, as simkoma. So we are about to go to the going into break, and next we come from the break, we're gonna start to saying, like everybody's gonna start to saying like as lesginem, as lilanum, they're gonna start introducing themselves in Kurmanji. So we'll go finish this too, so that you guys can introduce yourself in Kurdish and possibly introduce your friends in Kurdish, like أو حسنة أو سارة أو خيالة أو فيليبة أو. So أو is mean he, she, it is that as well. So and two, as we have still 1 minute. Two is a singular you. English doesn't really English doesn't have the like it has it, but it's same. You is mean plural and singular in Kurdish. Two is singular and we have plural. To bengini, are you bengin? To dilani. So when you have this, it's gonna be the same. When you have vowel or consonant, it's gonna be the same way. If the name ends in a vowel, instead we say e, and if it's finished with the consonant, vowel, we're gonna say yi. To ki, to simkoyi, to khaji. As you can see, o, e, a, all of them are vowel. That's why. So, okay. So we're gonna take a break soon, and then I will. Okay. So we say we finished two, and then now we say, if, as we said, like if it's finished with the vowel, what we do instead of e, we say yi. So that's a lot of languages is going to be similar or the same. So when you have two vowels next to each other, you have to put one consonant in between in order to say it easier. It should be like smooth when it's coming out. So L, the same thing, like, and then in this we're going to learn three pronouns, which is as, to, and L. I, you, he, she, it, that. L, Farhada, he is Farhad, or it's Farhad, or that's Farhad. L, Shirina, she is Shirin, or it's Shirin, or that's Shirin. Remember, if it ends in a vowel, instead of L, we say yeah. L, Kia, L, Janoya, L, Zainoya, so and so on. So anytime it's finished, like over here, we give like as, to, L. If it's finished with the consonant, it's gonna be e, a. If it's finished with the vowels, me, yi, ya. Make sense? Any question? Okay, let's go over here, and then we'll do this. Let's see who is here. Anna, Barish, Navdar, Felipe. Okay. So why don't everyone will go from here? Anna, do you want to introduce yourself in Kurdish? Like I am, you say like I am Anna. So how would you say I am Anna?
As Aname.
Perfect, yeah. So as you can see, because Anna finished with the vowels, so the next one is gonna start with the consonant as Aname. So that's right. So thank you. And the next one is gonna be Barish. How would you say?
As Barishim.
As Barishim, perfect. As you can see, as Barishim. Since it's finished with the consonant, what's gonna be, the next one is gonna be vowel. So as Barishim, perfect. And the next one is Navdar.
As Navdarim.
As Navdarim, perfect. So as we can see, now we got that. Felipe, we don't have to ask you, you already know. So, and then the next one is gonna be Gaston. How would you say I'm Gaston?
As Gastome.
Gastaume, perfect, because it's finished with the O.
As Gastome.
Gastaume, yeah, as Gastaume. Perfect. And next one is gonna be Jaida. Giada.
Yes. So as Jadame.
Jadame, perfect. Yep, perfect. And the next one is gonna be Helena. Helena. Okay. Mohiba.
Yes, as Mohibame.
As Mohibame. Bale. Perfect. And the next one is gonna be Miles.
As Milesum.
As Milesum, exactly, because it's finished with the consonant. Yep. And the next one is gonna be Sardel.
As Sardalam.
As Sardalam, perfect. And next one is gonna be Sarah Fontaine.
As Sarame.
As Sarame. So since the H is like kind of silent, so it's gonna be automatically you drop in the H because it's silent H. If it was Sarah, then it's gonna be a Sarahum. So since the H is silent, automatically we're gonna say as Sarame. So thank you. And Khayal.
As Khayalam.
As Khayalam, perfect. And Sarah Burns. Sarah.
As Sarame.
As Sarame, perfect. And Frat.
As Firatum.
As Fratum, perfect. So you got the main idea how to use it. One is vowel and consonant. So because in the future you're gonna be using this a lot, and this not only in that, in a lot of other grammatical features in Kurdish, you have to know the difference, like when it's finished with the vowels and consonant, how you're gonna conjugate and how you're gonna put in order and in a sentence to make sense. So, and then we can put, let's go to the next one. So as, and so, Tuki nabete chiye. Who are you? What's your name? Tuki, who are you? Nabete chiye. What's your name? As is me, tu is you. And men and te, we're gonna come. Men, te, we, with. Those are the Kurdish. The second sense, we call them oblique pronouns, and the first one, we call them nominative pronouns. We're gonna learn. And the oblique pronouns is also possessive pronouns. What are possessive pronouns? Like my, yours, his, her, so possessive pronouns. And also we call them oblique pronoun. We're gonna learn why we have two different sets of pronouns. As is a pronoun and man is also pronoun. So, but man also also is possessive pronouns. And we're gonna see why we say men is oblique pronoun. In this case, still we're not learning oblique pronouns, so it's gonna be men as a possessive pronoun, like my, like men, my, te, your, but tu is you, te is your. We, ev is mean he, she, it. As you can see, it doesn't have a gender. When it's in nominative, it does not have a gender. But when is in oblique or possessive, we have a gender. We is his, we is her. So we are lucky that in nominative, we don't have to worry about the gender, just for the pronouns. Any questions so far in this? Okay. So as you can see, we say Nave min Daraya. My name is Dara. Basically, as we say, as I say, like A is called Azafa. As we can see over here, we're gonna learn what's Azafa too. Nave min Daraya. If we wanted to say this in English, it's gonna be say like Nav is name. It's cognate with the name, actually, is come like is Indo-European roots, cognate with the name. Nave min, name of mine or name of me. Basically, A is gonna be given off. Nav min, the name of mine or name of me. Daraya, the name of me or the name of mine is Dara. So just remember, every time we say, we ask people like their name, we don't say what's your name, we say the name of yours, what it is. Like Nave Techia, the name of yours, what it is. So makes sense? That's how, when you want to ask question, that's how you're gonna form a question to ask people their name, or any other question as we're gonna learn. So Kurmanji nouns, as we say, have gender. A noun is either masculine or feminine. One way of telling nouns gender is the ending. It takes before pronouns like men, te, we, this ending called azafa. As we can see, like ner is gonna be masculine, me is gonna be feminine. So, and then when it's finished with vowel again, what we do vowel, the next one is gonna be consonant. If it's finished with the consonant, the next one is gonna be vowel. Nave men, deste te, krase we, gae me, gae te, gae we. As you can say, since because ga is finished with the vowels, the next one is gonna be y in between. So it's gonna make that connection that is gonna come smooth, it's gonna come out smooth. Mal, it's mean house, malamen. As you can see, like a, all of them, as you can see, masculine, that's we learn one something in azafa masculine, the ending is gonna be a. So azafa ending, name of mine, name of me, my name is. So a, but itself, we cannot buy, if it's by itself, we cannot tell that if it's masculine or feminine, unless we use in azafa. When we use in azafa construct, we're gonna know the gender of that, the gender of the noun. So mal, by itself, we don't know whether it's masculine or feminine. But as soon as we put the azafa, we wanted to give more characteristic. We wanted to give more we want to specify more. We say malaman, and a is automatically giving us one thing is feminine. A is feminine. Azafa. Malaman, katabata, tilia, pechiawi. Pechi and tili, both of them means finger and toes. For both, we use tili or pechi. We use both of them. It's the same. Like for toes, we say bechi, pechi or bechi, tili, and for the finger, it would be the same. Any question in this one? Does it make any sense to you?
I have a question. This is Miles.
Yeah.
For the Isafa, are the nouns masculine or feminine based on the gender of the human that something applies to? For instance, my house, Malamin, is that the same whether I'm referring to the house that's owned by a woman or a house that's owned by a man?
Great question. It doesn't matter the owner, the house, the object itself has a gender. Like for instance, phone has a gender, pen has a gender. Everything in Kurdish, like a lot of Roman European languages, a lot of Indo-European languages, I would say, has gender. It doesn't matter if the owner is male or female, it's just the object itself has gender. So mal by itself is a feminine, it has a gender. And another things, just let you know, like Kurdish by default is feminine language. What does it mean? Like when we get, like for instance, I get the phone. The phone in Kurdish, we don't have any words for phone. We use telephone as well. And telephone, since we borrow from a different language, automatically is gonna be feminine, telefonamen. So computer amen, amen. So as you can see, everything when I would say like 99% of the time, anytime we borrow a word from a different language, automatically it's gonna be feminine. By default, Kurdish is feminine language. And some of them are like it has both then gender. Like for instance, when I say destar or mamosta, it has both gender. Is like when I'm talking about my female teacher, I'm gonna say destarammen. If I talk about my masculine man teacher, like a male teacher, I'm gonna say destar emen. Amen. Destar emen, destarammen. Does it make sense? Any other question? Okay. So let's go the next one. Some nouns can be of either gender, depending on the sex of the person, as I just said it. For example, haval, friend. If the friend is man or a boy, memo, bengin, haval will be masculine. If the friend is woman, girl, khajez, zaino, haval will be feminine. Havalemen, havalamen. And I'll give you one other things. When it's plural, it does not have gender. When it's singular, we have gender. When this become like havalemen, 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 and havalamen become plural, automatically there's no gender. So you don't have to worry about that. And it's easy. All the plural form is gonna be the same. So in the future lessons, we're gonna start to learning about the plural form. So you will see you don't have to worry about when it is plural. When it's singular, you have to just worry about which is masculine or feminine. It's like, unfortunately, like some languages, by ending of the noun, we know the gender, but Kurdish, unfortunately, does not have any of these characteristics. We have to know all of them. Like when you learn German, you have to learn all the three genders with the German. You have to memorize, and Kurdish is same as German. So in that case, so you have to memorize all of them, which one is feminine and masculine. Unfortunately, there is no easy way to tell. Any question? Okay, so we say havale men. If I wanted to say, like, for instance, like what we learn here, we say ew, and then haval we learn. So now we can say, this is my friend. Ew, if it's female friend, we're gonna say ew havala mene. Ew, we're gonna use ew, and havala min e, because it's finished with the consonant. The following is going to be vowel. Ew havala mine. And then if it's masculine, ew havale mine. Make sense? Okay. So you can, when you introduce your friend or anything, you basically say ew havala mine. Ew havale mine. So female and masculine. So as you can see, a is masculine, a is feminine. Dashtar, mamosta. Dashtar, as we say, dashtar is compound words, and a lot of Kurdish you're gonna see compound. Like Khwandakar is compound, dashtar is compound, mamoste is compound. Khwanden is mean to read. Khwanda is the person who read, who well read. Khwanda. When we say khwanda, the person who well read, and kar is mean job. When I ask the karete chia, what's your job? Basically, what's your profession? Karete chia. Khwandakar is the like student, basically it means student, but what is the student job? To read. So that's why we say khwandakar. The compound words a lot of times in mix, like if you can put it together, you can find, you can make like logical guess and you will guess correctly. Like khwanda, as we say, well read, and kar, a job. So the job of student is to read. Dashtar, dash we say is class, dar is to give. Dashtar is to give class. Who would give class? Who would teach? Teacher. Mamosta, mom is mean, maybe you guys know if you go to the South Kurdistan or East Kurdistan, a lot of people, when they call you, they say mamo or mom. It mean uncle, paternal uncle, paternal uncle. So like your father's brother, you call them apo or you call them mamo, mom or up. So it's the same thing. So mamosta, osta, it's come from the Persian word ustad. Ustad is mean teacher or professor. So we call our teacher basically uncle teacher. So usta is a teacher or professor, and mom is uncle. So we calling our teacher basically uncle. So any question in this one? Like, as I say, when you see word and you don't know, you know one part, you don't know the other part, just find the other word. And then if you make it like guess, you will find something. So Osta, you know, if you know the Persian or even like in Baluchi and some other languages, Iranian languages, they say Osta. And in Turkish, it has similar word too, Usta. So a lot of Middle Eastern languages, especially Iranian languages, they would use Osta, Ustad, Ustad, stuff like that to to give information about the person. Okay, any question? And mamosta, some region gonna say mamoste. As you can see, I'm using mamoste instead of mamosta. So that's regional, I would say differences. Some region they would say mamosta, some region they say mamosta. Some region, when you go, they don't say as, they say as. Like, especially when you go Tori region, like Kurdish has different dialects and Kurmanji has different accents. Like each region you go, they're gonna have different accent. And in the second class, we learn comparing Kurmanji with Badini. Badini is another Kurdish, South Kurdish dialect spoken in Duhok, Zaho, basically in Iraqi Kurdistan, South Kurdistan, and some part of Iranian Kurdistan, East Kurdistan. You will see they call Bahdinan, they call different. It's Kurmanji, but slightly different. So, but you still have understand, like I would call Badini is more like called dialect continuum. Dialect continuum is a dialect between one of the two dialects. So Sorani and Kurmanji, they are close to each other, but there is a dialect in between, it's Badini. So Badini is gonna have similarity with Sorani and Kurmanji, but mainly Kurmanji, but you will see a lot of more similarities with Sorani. So therefore, for Badini speakers to understand Sorani is gonna be extremely easy than Kurmanji speakers. Any other question? No? Okay. As kime, as dashtarim, as mamostama is the same. As dashtare tema, as mamosta tema is the same. Tuki, khwandakar, memo, to khwandakar mini, memo to khwandakar mini, Zaino to khwandakara mini. As you can see, a, e. So always look at those. Those are gonna give you the gender of the word. So in this one, we know khwandakare te. In this one, we know khwandakare m, khwandakara men. We're talking about male, and I mean, when the karemen, we're talking about male. When the karamen, we're talking about female. Any question? Okay, so let's do this one. We'll go to number 11, and then let's see if we can make it. So, Anna, you are first in the list. You're gonna be, everybody's gonna try to answer one of them. Like we have 15 questions. So like first one, let's say I will go for the first one, you will see it, and then the other one, you can do it one by one. So as havale te, so we're gonna use one of those. So since it's finished with the vowel, what we're gonna use, and we use as. So as is gonna be or me, one of those. So since it's finished with the vowel, automatically we're gonna use me, as havale teme. Okay, and the second one.
Nave we Zainome.
Zaino nabe we Zainoya, her name is. So this is as, and this is her.
Yeah.
Yeah, nabe we Zaino yeah. Yeah, because her name is like, yeah. And number 3, Barish. Nabe gunde men gozel dere.
Gunde, what does it mean? Gunde.
Gund is village. Nabe Gund, like the name of the village. Gund is village. Gozel dere is a Turkish Güzel dere. Is
Yeah, Güzel Dereye.
Güzel dere. Nabe gunde men güzel dere. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Gund is village. Nabe gunde men, the name of my village. Nabe gunde men. Like, as you can see, Nabe Gund, the name of the village. Nabe Gundemen, the name of my village. Gozel Dere, yeah. The name of my village is Gozel Dere. Number 4, Navdar, Dr. Navdar.
Nave Gundevi soy Balache.
Yep, Nabe Gundewi soy Blache. So since it's finished with the consonant, automatically we're gonna get a. Nabe Gundewi soy Blache. Nabe Gunde men Guzel Dere, yeah. Okay, number 5. Felipe.
ليلى كي أو حفالة من
Okay, Leila Kiye. So basically we drop over here Elkiye. Like you can drop it Leila, you're gonna say Elkiye. Who is that? But Leila, since we know he or she, we say Elkiye, we say Leila Kiye. So El Havala Mene. El Havala Mene. Haval, and we know that Leila then is female names because we say El Haval Amen. El Haval Amen. So since we know the gender, we know now Leila is a female name. Even if we didn't know that Leila was female name, by Havala Amen, we know that we're talking about a female. To Dashtara, okay, sorry. Number 6, Frat. It looks like Frat is not here. Gaston.
Sorry, I forgot to unmute.
Okay. Okay. We say number 6.
We say yeah because it's a vowel.
Okay. To Dashtara we yi. Because you're using to like as, or me. El is e or yeah. To ending, look at the ending. Like for the as, me is gonna be like similar to English. You're dropping the a, replacing with the I, right? And then the same thing, this one, like it's gonna remember am, I am. M, remember M. So that's gonna be the similar to, just remember that English has M in it too, so Kurdish has M in it too. So remember from that, if you have different way you can do it, but this way, like I'm saying, like you can remember M, me. Okay, it's similar sounds. E, yi. So that's for two, and eye is for ev. So only, yeah, for ev. Tu dersare ve yi. You are her teacher. Derstar, so dersare ve, which gender is that? Masculine, because dersare ve. But we is female, so we're talking about a female student and we're talking about male teacher. So to dersare ve yi. So in that one, we learn two things. The gender of the teacher is masculine and the gender of the student is female. We is female and a is male. Make sense? I hope it's not confusing. So as we go, we're gonna learn more on this. And I would recommend you to learn right now very good, because in the future, when you come to the oblique case, now you're gonna know why you have to know this very good. Azafa, I would say Azafa is one of the most important part to construct a sentence. So those, most of them, like when we say dashtare we, that's Azafa. Dashtar we. So dashtare we is Azafa. And we say Azafa is gonna give us the gender of the nouns. Tu dashtare we yi. So you are her teacher, but male teacher. Question? Comments? No? Okay. Number 7, Gaston.
Jano evale mamostaye tiye.
Yep. Jano havale mamostaye te. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Jano havale mamostete. Havale mamoste, look. Haval a, we say masculine, mamostete, so masculine, masculine. We're talking about two masculine. The friend is like Jano havale mamostete. Jano is friend of your teacher, basically. Jano is friend of your teacher. And we know Jano is masculine because Haval is friend, and mamosteye, we know that is masculine too. So we're talking about the friend is being masculine and the teacher being masculine. Make sense? Okay. Number 8. We went from Jida.
Yes. So as Shirinim, Shirinim, nave vala min ksesh
Khe. That's khe.
Haje yeah.
Perfect. As Shirinim, I am Shirin. As Shirinim, you're going to use Nave havala min. This is khe. It's like Russian. They use the Cyrillic khe. So nave havala min khaje. Yeah, khaje is a female name. So my friend's name is khaje. Look, the friend, like friend of mine, her name is khaje. Havala min. So we know that this is feminine. Okay, perfect. Number 9. Helena.
Is Zaino me? Is Dilan M.
Perfect. As Zainome, as Dilanem. Zainome, Dilanem. So vowel and consonant. Number 10. Mohiba.
Is this O?
O.
O. Memo. Me.
This one. You're gonna use from the.
Yeah. Okay. So eu memo je.
Perfect.
You esan ye.
Ew, Aishan, So remember, when it's finished with the vowel, we're gonna use the next one is gonna be consonant, start with the consonant. If it's finished with the consonant, it's gonna start with the vowel. So
Okay.
Ew, Memo, Ye, Ew, Aishan, Make sense?
Okay. Yes.
Perfect. Number 11. Miles.
Ev kitaba min a.
Yep.
Ev kitaba min a. Au kitaba teya.
Perfect. Ev كتابة منه أو كتابة تيا. Like Ev كتابة منه, this is my book. أو كتابة تيا, that is your book. Perfect. Number 12. Sarah.
Tu zin e. Tu memo ye.
Yep. To zini, to memoyi. Zin e memoyi. Zin e memoyi. Number 13, Sardel.
Ez benginim. Nave min bengine.
Yep. As benginem, nave min bengine. Perfect. And number 14, khayal. Khayal.
Sorry, I was muted. As Hachamin, Navemin, Hacha, Navemin, Hacha, Yi.
So, thank you. As khaje me is finished with the a is a vowel too. Is one of the vowel in Kurdish. And khaj, some people they say khaje, some people they say khaj. So it's the same name, but different people they call different. It's a female name, khaje. It's come from Khadija, which is Arabic. Khadija. So it's come from that. So khaje is come from that. Navemin khaj since it doesn't have any vowel or anything, it has a consonant, automatically we're gonna say navemin khaja. And then navemin khaje, yeah. So it's finished with the vowel. And number 15, who didn't we go over? It looks like everybody went over everything. Okay. Any questions so far about what we learned today? In general, do you have any question, the place that you didn't understand?
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't know if I know how to. I was puzzled by number 7.
Number 7?
Yeah, I was wondering how to know if it's Hevale is the friend of the teacher, or how to connect the name with the friend. I don't know if I can explain. Yeah.
Okay. First, let's put it this way. Havale mamosta. First, get this one part. Havale mamosta, the friend of the teacher. And we know A is masculine, so like male friend of mamosta. And then get the second one. Yete, yours. Like the male friend of your teacher, basically. Mamosta ete, like your teacher. Havale mamosta is the